Welcome, everyone, to episode 14, the October 2022 edition of the Unintentional Journeyman. We have a lot of news to bring to you. Quite a bit has happened in the past month, and we also have today's highlight game coming up. Hampton and Richmond, us versus Truro. We will start that in just a little bit, but this episode would probably be aptly named Players Are Us. We've added a ton of people after going through a month and a half of frustration where everybody I looked at basically had some kind of a fatal flaw that led me to think, no, they're not the answer for what we need. Either they just weren't good enough or they had some kind of characteristic that led me to think it's just not going to work for us. Finally, we got kind of a plethora of midfielders in, added a couple more defenders, and I've bought some strikers that may or may not have fatal flaws. I'm not quite sure on that. But without further ado, let's take a look at where we are in the table. We'll take a look at some of our results. And I think the general feeling here is optimism. We have a lot of work to do, but I'm feeling like, on the whole, this year feels a lot better than last year, and I feel like I've done a better job so far. Although the results, as we look at them here, 21st place, 7 points after 13 games. We were, right before our last game, actually out of the relegation zone in 19th place, but a couple of teams below us won, and we lost our most recent game. And so we're back in 21st place. But on the whole, I'm feeling fairly confident, and I'll explain why a little bit. But so the results have we still have a lot of work to go, but we're only 2 points out of safety. And let's take a look at some of our scores here. So we watched the St. Albans game where we lost 1-0 in typical fashion. I mean, that was very characteristic of what we've seen so far. Not generating many chances, kind of defending whatever, okay, and then we end up losing 1-0 or 2-1 or something like that, or 3-1. But in that game, that was also, I believe, the debut of our goalkeeper, Barden, who has been playing in goal since then. And if we look at the goals we've given up, in the first six matches, we gave up 13 goals. And in the next 6 matches, we gave up 7 goals. So we cut our goals allowed almost in half. Over the span of the first month over the second month compared to the first month. And since then, we went and we played in the FA Cup against a team below us in the division below, which we should win. I did play a lot of our backups because we had another match coming up 3 days later, and I want to emphasize the Vanarama South results over any cup results. Having said that, I thought we would still win relatively easily, but to kind of show the level of our players, where again, at this point in time, I think we still had 10 of 11 players that our coaches evaluate out as being more appropriate for the level of Tonbridge as opposed to the Vanarama regional leagues. So again, trying to improve the quality of our players, and we weren't able to then. We lost 2-2 in penalties, and our penalties were abysmal. I think we had 3 guys miss the net completely, 2 off the bars and stuff, and it was just a nightmarish game. But having said that, I don't really care because that result is whatever. Then we came in and we played Eastbourne, who I believe they sit second now in the league, and we drew them 0-0, got outshot, but not horrendously. Played really good defense. Barden is the real deal. This goalkeeper, again, if we look at him, Scouts of Elliman as our best player, just has been performing really well. 6.86 rating, which isn't all that great, but he doesn't have the best defenders in front of him, but still 5 appearances, only conceded 4 goals. He's been a big improvement for our team, just in terms, I think he's saving us a goal a game the way he's been playing. So really happy with how he's turned out. We then got our first victory of the year. Yes! Against Chelmsford, who they sit in the bottom half of the table with us. We fell behind 1-0. Then came back and tied in the 36th minute. If we take a look at the results here, kind of played him even on shots. It was just an all-around even match, and we just got 2 goals late. We got Ozono scored, and Leighton scored his brace there to pick us up a 3-1 win, and that was a huge moment to be able to get 3 big points in our first victory, which was, the 11th match? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the 11th match of the year before we got our first win, which was fantastic. So big. Then we followed that up with a 0-0 tie. Again, kind of even on shots and even on performance, just we aren't scoring. That's kind of our other problem, and I knew that because our midfielders were horrible and our forwards aren't good either. So, if we look at these last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Vanarama South matches, we only scored in one of them. So the 5 of the last 5 of the last 6 matches, we haven't scored offensively. So obviously we need to fix that, and that's what I've been working on. But I'm pretty excited with some of the players that have come in, starting to work from the back and build from the back. I think our defense is reasonably solid now, and I'd like to take a look at some of our players that we've got in. Been kind of busy. Like right up here, Barden in the beginning of September was getting his debut in that St. Albans match. We got him from St. Albans, apparently. We've got in a bunch of midfielders, and then recently now we've added 3 strikers here to try to complete the picture, although I'm less confident of my strikers than I am of the midfielders. But I think we now have 4 or 5 really good midfielders. Alex Burgess comes in, just kind of, he can't shoot long, but as an attacking midfielder, really nice numbers compared to what we had before. So I'm pretty happy with him. Good vision, good passing, work rate, stamina, decisions, determination, all pretty solid. Looks like he could be a good addition to our team. Finley Lawson, I'm not going to mention these guys. Some of these guys are more peripheral. David Martin was our defensive midfielder who's been a huge help. It allowed us to shift out of that 5 defenders across the back into a 4-1-3-2 with him playing that defensive midfielder. Really like his numbers in terms of defender. 6.87 rating, which I'm perfectly happy with, considering the overall talent of our team and where we're playing. Askey, another midfielder. He's done terribly in the appearance he's been in, but he's been not in match shape yet. But his numbers as a supporting midfielder looking pretty good compared to where good physicals, decent mentals here, off the ball a little weak, but vision, teamwork, passing, first touch, tackling, technique, all look pretty good. Not great as a defender marking, but as compared to what we had in the midfield, he's a functional midfielder, I think. Sturdy. Ngessen, I'm really excited about as well. Can play a lot of different roles. As an attacking midfielder, good. Nice physicals. He will start today, getting his first start. He's not in match shape, but I need to put him in there to get him there. So he's going to play as a supporting midfielder too. Can do very well. So I'm hopeful that we're going to see big things from him. In Leastrom, this is kind of that old. We've got a kind of a group now of midfielders that I think can help us. And even better, Marcus Campbell, who I think rates out at 3.5 stars for us, which would make him our best central midfielder, picked up on loan from Stevenage. Looking at some of the things that he can do, advanced playmaker role, support, really nice, solid physicals, no huge flaws anywhere in terms of the things we're going to ask him to do. So he could very well be our best midfielder, and picked him up for the whole season. The other thing I like about him is that we've been playing this 4-1-3-2. He's going to play in the middle today. This will be his debut as well. And I think we can shove him up here and go 4-4-2 diamond. He's not natural in that role, but if we look at how his numbers work for that role as an advanced playmaker support, I think they're really nice. And so I think over time, because we need to generate some more offense, I feel like we need to get some bodies forward, and we may do that in this game, where I'll take this 4-1-3-2, shift Campbell forward to get him up to connect with our strikers a little bit better. So I'm really excited about the midfielders. We'll have 1, 2, 3, all of them playing now. We've completely revamped our midfield, and I think it's become more functional now, and I'm hoping that leads to better offense. Still kind of bringing him in and getting him into play. So a lot of them aren't used to our formation and don't really have match sharpness yet, but that's the direction we're heading in. So I'm hopeful in 2 or 3 matches they'll be all up to speed and be better here. Then lately, in the past few days, just the past couple days, I've added strikers. I'm not all that excited with these guys. I think they may have kind of flaws that are going to lead them to be less than optimal choices, but I needed something up there. And I still have a little bit of money left, and we've got a couple of loan spots left to work with. So if these guys don't work out, I'm going to still continue. That's my next goal, is really to try to upgrade our strikers. I'd like one more solid, complete striker to bring in. But I think this guy, David Breming, as a poacher, can work. Acceleration of 13, pace of 13, so good speed. Composure, anticipation, decisions, finishing first touch, heading, 11. We haven't had a goal, I think, yet off a header. We don't have guys who can head the ball, and they'll help. I like his off the ball. In terms of the things I don't like, determination is 6. I've really tried to get players in here with high determination. Work rate is 6, but as a striker, maybe not such a big deal. Teamwork and vision, 5 and 5. And I wonder if they're going to lead things to just not really work that well. Passing is 6, too. So he's not a team player. It's kind of give him the ball and hope he scores. And I haven't had a lot of success with players like this, but he's by far better if we look at our team report here and look at squad depth and look at our strikers. The three guys we've brought in here in terms of current ability, Bremen, Turning, and Jay Bird, which we'll take a look at these two in a moment, much better than what our scouts thought of our other players. So the Leighton has done pretty well. He's been spotty. Has a good game, then has two horrible games, partly probably because we don't get him the ball. I get it. So I think he'll still see some action, but I'm hopeful that something in here will work out for us. Harvey Turner, more of a pressing forward that we picked up. Again, another player that's somewhat single-mindedly focused on his own life. Teamwork skills a 2, passing a 6, vision a 6. So he's not going to be a team player, not as kind of brave and lacks in some concentration elements. But really good physicals, and I probably won't be using him in a defending role, but as a support role, maybe okay, off the ball is kind of low. This might have been a little bit rash, but he was cheap at 180 pounds per week, and he's considerably better than what we've got right now, especially liking these big physical numbers up here. So hopeful those can offset some of these mental and technical deficiencies, and we'll kind of see how that goes. And then lastly, Jay Bird. Our scouts don't rate him very highly, giving him saying he's fit for the regional premier level, has some flaws, but I like his numbers. They're just all around solid. Again, is perhaps a pressing forward or even advanced forward. Decent physicals. He's 21. No real flaws here. So he's just kind of all around balanced. Also a good penalty taker, which may help us out at some point. As an advanced forward, again, he could do a pretty decent job. Only composure is, we have 6 and below set as a red number, and then 10 and above, 10 to 13, I think it is, set as a light green number, and then 14 and above, which is fantastic for this level, at least from our team, set as a wonderful number. So only one of those comes out red that we've got kind of set as one of these lower numbers. So he may be underrated in perform. I'm hoping he might be able to perform better than what we think he might be able to perform. So that's where we are. Without any further ado, let's get into the match today. We play Truro, who sits in, I think they're in 18th on the road. We're in 21st. This would be a good test. I'd like to see improved performance. I'm not expecting that we're going to get something from this match, just from the fact that as we look at our tactics here, all these Campbell and Gesson and Burgess haven't really played much together in much time, and we haven't been able to work in our new strikers. I've got Bremen and Turner on the bench, and we'll likely bring them in should Leighton or Ozono not pan out, or even to bring them in at the end to start getting them some time so we can work them into match shape. So that's where we are. I'm kind of excited about the team. Despite the fact that our results are still pretty abysmal here. On the whole, I'm liking the fact that we're showing positive signs and may be able to do better. We will start. Here's our formation today. I'll walk through the lineup and then we'll get started. Barton, our outstanding acquisition at goal, will play goal. He's playing in goal all the time. Treacher and Manuel are alternating at right back. Treacher has not played as well as Manuel, but he has better numbers, so I'm expecting that will turn around. Bassett is, another player I forgot to mention. I haven't been all that excited with our defensive backs. Bassett is a guy I picked up on loan from Newport County, and really good physical numbers, good numbers all around except for heading, but he has a jumping reach of 15 and he's 6'4", 196 pounds. So I'm hoping that the jumping reach and the height make up for that heading, and we have a new defender that can step in. Our central defenders that I picked up early in the year, they're doing okay, but they're not great, and I want to try to make an improvement there. He's in on loan, so again, no expenditure for us financially. He'll play beside Gibbs, who's also in on loan, and then Rhodes, who's also in on loan. They've been doing well enough at their roles out there. Martin, our newly acquired central defensive midfielder, will start, and he owns that position. Still kind of rotating in and out our midfielders, but Nguessen will get his first start. He isn't at match shape yet. He just came in, so he may play half, and then I might bring in Sabanda or Akinola, who was with our team at the beginning of the year, and looks like he's kind of worked himself out of a place in the starting lineup. Campbell, our newly acquired loanee, probably our strongest midfielder now, will start here. I may shovel him up to an attacking midfielder role depending on how the game goes. Burgess has been alternating with Askey down here. Burgess will get the start today because Askey's played a lot of matches recently and actually hasn't done that well. Ozono and Leighton starting. Ozono has played really well in this kind of pressing forward role. I think he has 2 goals in 5 matches now with a 6.78 rating. Just seems to be really opportunistic and kind of get in the right place at the right time and be able to hit the ball in the net. Again, got good physicals, playing over, I think, what his ability would dictate, at least in terms of these mental attributes and some of his other attributes. But he's performed well out there. So, kind of a determined player and just has done well. So he's going to get the start today. Milton, who has been playing for us as well, will be on the bench completely. And then Leighton, who has been our best striker, will start today. But the idea is to bring him in and transition both to Bremming and Turner as we get going. But I want to kind of work them in slowly. So there's our team for today. Looking for defensive mentality, at least to start. We might see how things go if we can play a little bit even with them. Having said all of this too, the other point that's probably worth mentioning is that having said all of that, when I go to compare these players and we look at some of these spots, even like with Campbell, this is Nangessen may find Truro standard challenging. Campbell is a capable advanced player, very level for an influence the game in the tactical. That's good. But most of the time when you read these little box evaluations, I get word that our players are going to find the standard of the other team challenging. So even though we've made all these improvements, and it's pretty much true across the board, when I look at some of these other teams, they're just better than us. And so it's, having said that I'm confident we can do okay, I'm still a little bit, we're not safe by any means, and we need to really still make things work out here. But let's get started. Time to play. I'd be ecstatic if we could get a point or 3 points out of this would be absolutely outstanding. Again, I think in all of the episodes we've done, this is episode, maybe our 12th episode, we were shown a game. We've only had one victory, so it's been a long road for those of you watching in terms of hoping for victories here. But let's set opposing instructions. We'll let our assistant do that. Let's go back to team talk. Yeah, our team mood is a little bit down. I've got a couple of players unhappy with team time, with playing time, but they're ready to listen to me. We did not perform well. We're the underdogs here. Let's see what we're going to... Let's go cause an upset. We don't seem to respond too well. I expect to see much better performances today. Let's do that. Okay. Motivated. This one, there's a lot... I believe this one here, where I say I think there's a lot more to come from you, and I completely believe you've got what it takes. They seem to everybody seems to respond very well to that one. Now everybody's motivated and we're ready to go. So I think I should be using that one a little bit more, and I've seen other players doing that on their YouTube stations here. We are off. Ozono kicks it off. We are in the red and black, and Truro in the white. Again, we are 3 places below them in 21st place as we start out here. Treacher is a fullback on a support role. Ooh, a little bit of a violent start to the game. This is promising. We're getting a highlight. Nope. Apparently our free kick did not serve us well. These, again, have reset themselves. Let me see if I can pull this forward the way I like it. Free kick to Truro. Mark him. Yeah. Makes me nervous. Ooh, just wide. Okay. No harm done. Shots taken. Let's fix this over here. Oh, a lot of free kicks. Wide. Barden taps it just in case. Giving them a corner. Okay. A lot of pressure from them. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Let's get it out of here. Is that another free kick? Okay. But no highlight. Excellent. Still no shots, although we're early here. Should encourage... No, I don't want to encourage short passing play. Okay, let me fix these boxes. Pull these down. We have one player nervous, Alex Burgess. 16 minutes in, and we do not have a shot. So we may need to make some adjustments here. 18 minutes and going on. Still looking pretty good in terms of conditioning. Nobody playing abysmally yet. Only Alex Burgess is nervous. And here we go. Free kick from Ozono. Oh. Skims the netting, but not in. Our first shot. Good. Both teams with shots fired. We aren't getting completely up. They're giving us 76% of the possession. That's interesting. That makes me think that we might want to shift here to a little bit more on the positive. This is the same one as before. Oh, that was pretty abysmal. That was wide by a mile from Mr. Ozono. All right, what's going on here? Hopefully we can steal this. Kick it to us. Oh, nice save by Barden. Ooh, a little dangerous. Treacher struggling at that right back position. That guy makes me nervous. He should be better than he is. Is that another corner? Ah, goal kick. I thought it went off our player, but apparently not. Okay, they are out shooting us. They're giving us a lot of possession. We have 2/3 of the possession. Makes me think that we might want to try a little bit more of a positive foot here. Let's try it for the last few minutes here. Let's see if this works. Let's go to positive. Let's push Campbell forward into that attacking midfield role. And let's bring up our defensive line just a little bit. Everything else I'll leave the same. Let's confirm the changes and let's play. Let's see if we can get anything here in the last 7 minutes before halftime. It's a little bit of a different approach. Jack Black. They have Jim Black. Damn, that would have been cool to have Jack Black. Would be a player we definitely want to pick up here. Okay, we've evened out the shots, but nothing on target yet. Again, our strikers have not been outstanding here. And at halftime, oh, yes, we got a shot on target. 46 minutes in, we're going to probably head into the locker room even here. I'm tempted to leave us in that more positive formation. We seem to all of a sudden start tilting things a little bit once we did that. Passing possession, we're at 2/3 possession. It's still been a very, perhaps, even match here. Nothing really that bothers me. We're all playing them. 6.71 to 6.6, although I'm not really sure that's very meaningful right now. I think we should let the players know we appreciate the efforts. We're not doing badly. If everyone continues to work hard, we'll win this. Unlucky boys. I'm pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. Let's do that. I'm going to go passionate. All right. Everybody's delighted. Let's do that. I can't get better than that, I don't think. The players look ready to walk through walls. Excellent. The omens are looking decent here. Let's see what happens. Fingers crossed we can get a result here. 0-0 as we head into the second half. A long kind of wandering ball forward here from Truro. And we are underway. Playing a little bit more of an adventurous formation here. What formation are they using? Truro formation. Where is it? There it is. Still a 4-4-2. 50 minutes in, it may be time to add in some strikers here. We're not playing badly. Just Nguessan, our completely out of shape midfielder, struggling at a 6.5. Makes me think at 60 minutes I may want to replace him first. Oh, Leighton picked up a yellow card. He'd be an option to replace as well. I think at 60 minutes, let's take out Sabanda. Take out Nguessan, who just hasn't had a chance yet to kind of work himself into shape. His energy's fine, but he's not doing very well. I'm going to bring in Sabanda as an attacking midfielder here. Makes me feel like I should have a couple guys on support, but let's leave it that way for now. Confirm that sub, and off we go. Okay, so no Leighton Book, yes. That's a good point. Barden, okay, get it to us. Get it, nice. Ozono on the ball, moves it forward, out to Treacher on the side. Long corner in front. Leighton can't pick it up, but Burgess is there. Feeds it out, recycles it to Rhodes. Rhodes in front. Ozono, yes! Oh, brilliant! We are up! Ozono, most opportunistic with the time he gets. I'm really liking this cross. Rhodes is not a good crosser. This is something I don't think we can expect. But wow, that's just wonderfully played right now. Rhodes is actually supposed to even be back. I'm not sure. Maybe that positive mood pulls him forward a little bit because I have him back in a defensive role, so I expect that he would be way back here on the line. Ozono well on sides and taps it in. And we have taken the lead. Excellent. Now, oops. No. Out of here. Okay. Still in play here. Let's keep it up. Ooh, wide open. Nice! Stolen by Rhodes. Feeds it up again to Ozono, who is making a claim here for us to not let him go. Leighton down the middle with his speed. Finishes. Oh, no! Saved by Ward. Oh, but that'll give us a corner. Okay, let's finish it now. Leighton can't complete the sitter. And once again, our abysmal corners do that. 70 minutes. It's time to take out Mr. Leighton, who I can't imagine has a great rating. 6.8, not bad. But let's see what Bremming, our new acquisition, can do. We want him as a poacher for sure at attack. Do I want to shift to a defensive role yet? You know, I'm going to hold off on that for a few more minutes. Okay, Sabanda with the ball. Feeds it back to Martin. To Campbell. Outside to Leighton again. Ozono. Oh, was that a penalty? Did he foul him? He did, didn't he? What? No? Yes, okay. We have not had good luck here. I did rearrange my penalty kickers. Treacher. No. Good Lord, we can't score penalty kicks. Oh, that would have put it away. Inexcusable. Have to kind of rework those again with our new midfielders, perhaps. Okay, still we're pounding the ball down here. We seem to be overwhelming them a little bit here in terms of our possession. 75 minutes in. Any changes we want to make? I do think it makes sense. Wow, they have only had one shot since we've gone to this positive roll. This is a question I often wonder in games like this, and sorry to delay the action. You know, do we shift to a defensive role, or we do stay positive to kind of keep the ball in their end? And I'm tempted to just leave it this way. However, I know one thing we can do. Let's just take our time with the ball when we have it there. We can at least do that. And then when it gets to 80 minutes, maybe we'll just start time wasting. But we seem to have shifted play, and I think that defensively, I feel sometimes then we just sit back and let them come at us, and that's not the best options here. I should set Bassett to 81 minutes. Now we can sit into our tactics here. Let's completely waste time for the last 10 minutes. And I can use my last sub once they give us the... Whoops. Pitch. Confirm changes. Okay. I'd be perfectly happy with no highlights here, too. We have played well, I think, because of our stamina. That's the one I do want. I want to make changes there. Because of our stamina and our determination, we have tended to play well late in games. So I'm hopeful that that works out. Okay, we have the ball. That's always positive. All the highlights make me nervous. Bremming on his debut. Was he fouled? Was that a... Oh, just a corner. Okay. Still, a positive, kind of a positive sign there. Hopefully we're not too far forward and they get a counter on this. Campbell taking his sweet time. Did I shift to complete time wasting here? Or... Yeah, I did. Okay, so that's why he's taking time. Sorry, I forgot I did that. Let's go back to the pitch. Right to the keeper. We just absolutely stink at these things. Now I'm going to shift to defensive. The last couple minutes, once we get the announcement for time, I'm going to bring in one more player just to help us finish things out. David Martin, second yellow card. Not a problem. 4 minutes. Okay. That's a lot of time. Let's bring in Akinola for... Has Burgess played well? 6.8. How has... Sabanda's been 6.7. He's fresher, though. Who's tired here? Martin's tired. Burgess is tired. I'm going to bring in Akinola, who is a better defensive midfielder. Ball-winning midfielder. Defend. And let's do that. Hopefully we can close this out. 3 minutes. Fingers crossed. Hang on. Hang on, Hampton. This would be a big win for us. 3 minutes to go. Why is time... Uh-oh. Makes me nervous when we have a highlight. Ozono picks it up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They have the ball. Please, no, 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 no. Yes! Martin. Nice step to take advantage of it. Akinola feeds it. Bremming with his amazing speed. Finish it! Oh! Gosh! So tasty. Uh-oh. Not another highlight with 2 minutes and a half to go. Please, no. I would be devastated if they scored here. They can't score with a minute to go. Not after we shut him out the whole way. Oh! What? Really? A penalty with 30 seconds to go? Please, no! Yes! Barton, you are a stud. He's saved it. Oh my goodness. Still, we got... Okay, last corner kick. Clear this, clear this, clear this. Yes! Blow the whistle. 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 It's 40. Come on, there's so much time here. Yes, Recycle, blow the whistle. Just blow the whistle. They can't score now. Clear it. Just clear it. What's that? Yes! That's got to be it. That's got to be it, right? Oh, he's offsides. Okay. Minute to go. Just kick it and it's over. Kick it and it's over. Yes! Unbelievable! Late drama with a penalty kick, and we survive and pick up our second win of the year. The second time we've won on an episode. Fantastic results. We outshot them 13-6. This was a big step forward. Wayne McCrory from 442 says, I must admit that I personally had this one down as a draw. Still, I've been proved wrong, and Hampton and Richmond have come away with the result they will be delighted with. Yes, delighted with it. A big step forward. I think the team, we should appreciate their efforts. Yes, people had us written up. Passionate. We got to be passionate here. We don't have to prove them all wrong. Well done on a great result. And everybody's thrilled. Just a fantastic all-around team performance. Really excited by how our new midfielders performed. And a couple of breakaways from Breming, even though he's not in match shape, might make us good. And look at that. Up to 19th place. We are even now with Truro, who we just played, but we are trail them by 1 goal differential. We are clear on points ahead of Wealdstone, Bognor Regis, and Hemel Hempstead. So we have moved out of the relegation zone. We have better players in. I can't help but to feel that we're making significant progress. This feels a lot different than last year. Thanks again for watching. We'll kind of look forward to our next event coming up. Our pace starts to slow down a little bit. I'll play through the rest of the matches here in October. And right now in November, we only have 2 matches, so I'll probably have to add some friendlies in there. But probably come back here for this Gloucester match, which is they are sitting in mid-table, which would be a little bit better than watching us play. I guess Welling is in 9th, either one. But probably come back for the Gloucester match right towards the latter part of November. So we'll have about 4 or 5 more games in our belt. Again, we've moved out of the relegation zone. A big win for us. Thanks so much for watching. If you're having fun watching it, the likes and the subscriptions, of course, too. Do let me know there's people out there enjoying this, and so we appreciate all the feedback. Comments are appreciated anytime as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.